Zohran Mamdani seems like your humble everyday leader, but behind that modest image lies a hidden empire. What most people see is the calm, soft-spoken public servant. What they don't see is the extraordinary world he comes from, a world stretching from Hollywood soundstages to international political circles, built on a foundation of wealth, talent, and global influence. Because truth be told, the Mamdani family is far richer, far more powerful, and far more fascinating than anyone realizes. And if you really want to understand how Zohran Mamdani grew into the man he is today, with his confidence, his reach, and a lifestyle that touches multiple continents, you have to start with the true luminaries of the family, his parents. And trust me, these two are anything but ordinary. They are a global power couple with more accolades, more homes, and more financial depth than most people could ever dream of. Let's begin with his mother, Mira Nair. If you think Hollywood is unforgiving, Mira didn't just make it, she mastered it. She's the acclaimed filmmaker behind Monsoon Wedding, The Namesake, and the Oscar-nominated Salaam Bombay, the very film that made the world pause and look at India with fresh eyes. And here's the moment that cemented her legacy. She became the first woman ever to win the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival, one of the most prestigious honors in cinema. But Mira's story isn't just about artistry, it's about serious wealth. With an estimated net worth of $22 million, she built her fortune through her production company, Mirabai Films, paired with sharp and strategic real estate investments. And the wildest part? She once turned down the chance to direct a Harry Potter movie. Yes, Harry Potter, because she wanted to stay independent. Who turns down a Hollywood juggernaut like that? Only someone who already has the freedom, the vision, and the financial stability to choose passion over a massive paycheck. Well, Mira wasn't choosing between money and art. She already had both. But her story is only one half of this remarkable family empire. Now, let's shift to the other pillar of the Mamdani dynasty, Zohran's father, Mahmoud Mamdani. And from the very first detail, you'll see why this family is anything but ordinary. Mahmoud isn't your average college professor. He is a globally renowned Ugandan scholar, one of the leading voices in political studies, and a towering academic presence at Columbia University, one of the top institutions in the world. He has held elite titles like the Herbert Lehman Professor, a distinction reserved for the most respected, highest-ranking, and best-funded scholars at the university. A professor at his level typically earns over $250,000 a year, not even counting the royalties from his influential books like Citizen and Subject, international speaking engagements, and high-profile consulting work. In short, Mahmoud isn't just brilliant, he's brilliantly compensated. But here's the part most people never hear. Both Mira and Mahmoud come from families with deep, complex histories, especially in Uganda. And Mahmoud's family story reads like a film script. Before the 1970s, they were successful business owners, steadily building wealth. Then Idi Amin seized power, the military ruler who expelled tens of thousands of Asians from Uganda almost overnight. Mahmoud's family lost everything and was forced to begin again from scratch in the United Kingdom. But in 1992, when Uganda shifted politically, something unexpected happened. Some of the family's former properties were restored to them, almost like life offering a second chance at the wealth they were stripped of. And yes, they seized that opportunity. Today, Mira and Mahmoud's combined net worth is estimated at around $30 million, supported by a real estate portfolio so spread across continents, it looks like pages torn out of a luxury travel magazine. Their villa in Uganda, a 5-bedroom dream home on Buziga Hill overlooking Lake Victoria. Imagine this, A 15-meter pool, a private badminton court, tropical gardens filled with rare birds, armed security, and a wide veranda built around an outdoor tandoor oven, an addition that would cost nearly $20,000 alone in New York. Inside, spa-style bathrooms gleam beside long, open balconies carved for sunrise views money usually can't buy. It's the full package of luxury. They even rent it out for up to $650 a night during the holidays. Not bad for a family home, right? And that's only one property. They also owned a sleek, modern home in West Chelsea, Manhattan, now valued at around $2 million, along with residences scattered across New Delhi and New York. Mira herself once said she felt privileged to have 3 homes on 3 continents. A humble flex, but a flex nonetheless. If the Mamdani family story already feels extraordinary, just wait until you meet the woman standing beside Zohran. Zohran's wife, Rama Duwaji, isn't just the mayor's spouse. She's an artist, a quiet force of her own, and honestly, one of the most effortlessly stylish, soft-spoken luxury icons New York never saw coming. Rama's life appears gentle from the outside, but her story is woven with passion, struggle, and depth. Much like Zohran, she grew up between cultures and continents, and that shaped everything: her voice, her art, her worldview, and the calm confidence she carries today. Born in Houston, Texas, to Syrian Muslim parents from Damascus, she moved to Dubai at age 9. Kids there nicknamed her the American because of her accent and style. But when she returned to the U.S. 9 years later, she suddenly didn't feel American enough. That in-between space, confusing for most, became the foundation of her identity and her art. It was a strange in-between space that could break some people, but Rama turned it into fuel and used it to make art. And believe me, when you look closely at her story, it becomes obvious that Rama isn't just playing a supportive role in Zohran's life. She is a star in her own universe. Rama is an illustrator, animator, and ceramist based in Brooklyn, New York, and her work is the kind that makes you stop mid-scroll without even realizing it. She draws women reading, playing music, cooking, simple, intimate moments that feel warm, human, and beautifully alive. But that's only the beginning. Her art also dives into heavier themes: the crises in Gaza, Yemen, and Sudan, ice raids in American cities, stories of war, migration, and survival. Her pieces move like quiet poetry, soft at first glance, yet sharp, honest, and unafraid underneath. And trust me, the world has taken notice. Rama has worked with The New Yorker, BBC, Apple, Spotify, The Washington Post, Vice. Basically, the dream client list most young artists would kill for. But Rama's creative world doesn't end with illustration. She teaches workshops, runs community ceramic sessions, and designs plates that look like little museum pieces you could eat off. Financially, Rama's net worth sits somewhere around $400,000. And if you know anything about the realities of being an artist in New York City, you know that's a very solid position to be in. Rama and Zohran first crossed paths on Hinge in 2021. Yes, the same dating app everyone swears they'll delete forever and ends up reinstalling 2 hours later. They fell in love, got married, and the wedding that followed, well, we'll get to that part soon. But here's where the story becomes even more compelling. Rama didn't just fall in love with Zohran. She supported him. She helped design the campaign's entire look, sharpened its message, and even volunteered in his office to help immigrants complete their paperwork. No spotlight, no theatrics, just quiet, unwavering support. On election night, she stepped out in an all-black ensemble, velvet, lace, and a denim top embroidered by a Palestinian-Jordanian designer. Not your average department store outfit, more like a $700 statement piece whispering, "Yes, I'm stylish," And yes, this means something. And if that impressed you, wait until you meet the man at the center of it all, Zohran Mamdani, the people's mayor. Introducing him almost feels unnecessary. His story has already become a symbol of extraordinary success, and his net worth, well, let's just say it's climbing fast and reaching higher than most expect. But here's the twist. For someone with access to family wealth spread across 3 continents, Zohran chooses to live like a man intentionally running away from luxury. And maybe he is. He grew up surrounded by every comfort imaginable: money, international travel, serene villas, and an elite education most families couldn't dream of affording. Zohran attended the prestigious Bank Street School in Manhattan, where tuition today can surpass $65,000 a year, just for elementary school. Everything about his upbringing pointed toward a life of effortless privilege. Yet, as an adult, he made a completely different choice. Instead of slipping into a lifestyle shaped by estates, staff, and inherited ease, he moved into a modest 1-bedroom apartment in Queens. Instead of a private driver or even a luxury car, he rides public transit like any other New Yorker. And here's the wild part. Instead of staying covered in the safety net of a $30 million family empire, he is pushing for policies that actually favor the poor. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Anyone could see it. Zohran could live like royalty, yet he chooses to live like a college resident advisor. And still, Zohran is no lightweight financially. His personal net worth sits around $300,000. Comfortable? Absolutely. But here's the twist. He pays rent like everyone else. He waits for the subway like everyone else. He buys normal groceries, not curated gift baskets flown in from Dubai. And he does all of this while his family's estates come with heated pools and sweeping lake views. That tension between what he has and what he chooses speaks louder than any campaign speech ever could. And choosing simplicity doesn't mean he can't enjoy luxury when he wants to. Zohran owns 4 acres of land near the Nile River, valued at roughly $250,000, sitting calm and untouched, waiting for whatever dream he decides to plant there one day. But Zohran's path hasn't been easy. Politics is ruthless. Billionaires spent millions trying to block his rise. And yet, he won. Not because powerful people lifted him up, but because ordinary people did. That's the real headline here. A man born into wealth, choosing to fight for those without it. Zohran isn't just the city's new mayor. He's living proof that wealth can build walls, or it can build warriors. So, what do you think? Will power change Zohran, or will he keep standing with the people? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, like the video and click the cards on your screen for more.